Yeah, we coming now. Come on. Yeah, that's right. We put it down. It's like a family in here, just a little disabled. Putting it down, we lay them out on the table. Yeah. Who's in the house? The brothers in the house. Gotta turn it on out, let you know what we about. Kinda like Cain and Abel, a bit unstable. Don't be breaking the brain, break the whole damn table. How we shut it down, we give them a blast. Keep it real dope, just using their ass. That's right. Put it down. Yeah, we in the house. Yeah, come on. Okay. Hypnotized in a trance, gotta make them dance. Jump in the pit, now throw up your hands. Having a party, beat blast on the mic. Spitting lyrics from my tongue, bringing the hype. The door's wide open, do you dare to come in? Battle with the boys, mess with us with a sing. So who's up next as we gather around the table? Lay your ass flat, let you know that we're able. Coming down, come on. We coming down, come on. Yeah, that's right. We put it down. Yeah, we in the house. Yeah, come on. Okay. You know, shut it down. It's like a family in here, just a little disabled. Putting it down, lay him out on the table. Who's in the house? The brothers in the house. Gotta turn it on out, let you know what we about. Kinda like Cain and Abel, be a bit unstable. Don't be breaking the bread, we break the whole damn table. How we shut it down, we give them a blast. Keep it real though, just using their ass. Hypnotized in a trance, gotta make them dance. Jump in the pit, now throw up your hands. Having a party, beat blast on the mic. Spitting lyrics.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Suplex Syndicate. I am Tactical Santa, joined by my brothers, the son of a plumber Squatch, the sensational 30 Spray J. My brothers, how you guys doing? How was your weekend? And man, did we have like an action-packed week with wrestling? Lots of stuff going on. But Sasquatch, how you doing, brother? And how was your weekend?
Yo, living the dream, man. It's hot. It's hot. I know it's the middle of July, but it's still hot. I'm too fat to be out in this heat. But, living life, How y'all doing?
What about you, J Spray?
Another fabulous week of work and trying to make that paper. Watching this
Right.
wrestling, hanging out with the boys on a Sunday.
Right. Well, I had a pretty good weekend. I had to teach another firearms class. I didn't come home with any new holes. I didn't bleed out.
That's
None of the
always
students
good.
got injured. It was a long day Saturday doing that, but everything was good. But came home and then got to watch one of the events that we're going to talk about. But I'll tell you what, fellas, before we get into that, I just want to show a picture. I think I looked like a wrestler at Worlds. Kind of had my wrestling get up. That's Tactical Santa's official gear.
You look like a wrestler from like the early 2000s, and the
Right.
General Lee sports car from Dukes of Hazzard had a baby.
Well, the number one is because I'm number one from day one, So,
I get it.
and my belt, if you come to the Buckeye Beer Battle, you'll see my belt actually spins. Actually, 30 Spray J got to see it in person. But fellas, I got to tell you something. We have a special guest joining us. He's going to come in, and you guys ready for this special guest?
Sure.
Look who we got here.
Oh, look at that.
Look at Kratos, man.
Easy.
What is happening, my brother Chief?
Dun, dun,
Uh-oh.
dun,
Did he
dun.
froze? There we go. What's happening, Chief? Can you hear us? Oh, he bailed out. So he must be.
Well, that was
But
good.
anyway,
That was great seeing him. Yeah.
he'll be back. But yeah, we
Hi.
had a fun time. Sasquatch, I wish you would have been at Worlds. We had a really fun time. Lots of great people there, and like I said, me looking like the Tactical Santa wrestler with the heavyweight championship belt. You know, what a fun time. I
You look,
think Jay wanted to
you look
steal
like
my
a.
belt.
Hold on. You kind of look like a Family Dollar cigar.
Oh, a what? A
Family Dollar
what?
cigar. Dollar General. I don't know. Do you have
Oh man, dirty spray. You're doing me dirty like that?
So the
Hey,
question I
hey.
have though,
Can't
Can you
hear us,
guys hear
Chief?
me?
I can hear you. We can hear you. Yep.
I can't hear you.
What?
Joy.
Joy. Yeah. You might have to redo again. Reboot.
I already did.
Yeah. Well, do you hear us?
How do you hear him?
I can hear him. Yeah. Yeah. All right. But yeah, we had lots of fun. Hopefully,
But
Chief comes back and we'll be able to do this. But
the
had a lot of fun.
I do have a question for you, Dina. Though,
Okay.
since you do carry a belt, and it is my number one rule that if you go anywhere with a title belt, you have to defend it. Is that a 24/7 belt, or do you have to only defend it on special occasions?
Technically, I did kind of defend it because the owner of
With the
Banff
world.
the owner of Banff was running around trying to hit me with quick draw.
Uh,
And I was getting him on the quick draw. So I think I defended the Tactical Santa belt.
all right.
So let's see. Chief's
That's
coming back
fine.
again. What's up, Chief?
Still got no volume.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
I
Technical
don't know.
difficulties.
Technical difficulties. It's always something, man. I don't know what's going on.
How about now?
But can you hear
We
us?
can hear you.
We can hear you.
Huh?
Dun, dun, dun.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
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 Awesome.
I do not know, Chief. We can hear you.
And your birds.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
I
raccoon.
don't know.
Raccoons.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. But before we go any farther, let's say hi to everybody that's
That
in here.
raccoon is a dog. Yeah.
We got Baker. What's going on, Baker? What's happening, brother? We got to meet him in Pittsburgh. That was awesome.
Baker. Woo!
We got my sister, Copper John's Melissa, in here. What's happening, Melissa? Always good to see you. We got
Millie
Pud.
Mo.
What's going on, Pud?
Hood.
What's
The greatest
happening?
mustache of all time.
We got this guy, the 30 Spray J. Look at that. Thanks for coming in the room, 30 Spray
I
J.
guess a bum.
We got Lewis. What's going on, Lewis? What's happening, brother?
What's up, Lou?
Who is? Thanks for
Look
coming.
at this guy. We got another rock star in here. We got Bearded Death. What's going on, Dan? And
Whoa.
in fact,
What's
we're
up,
gonna
Dan?
get Bearded. We're gonna get Bearded Death on the show sometime. He's a
Yeah.
huge wrestling fan too, and also, we've got Philip Conley, who you guys probably know, one of the owners of Mountain State Grooming. He is a huge wrestling fan.
Oh, what's up, Phil?
So
Hey,
awesome
Phil.
to see you, Phil. Heck yeah. He told me when I last week, he's like, make sure you post it up in the Mountain State Grooming because they're all wrestling fans. So yeah, awesome to have you in here. And it looks like we're caught up right now on saying hello to everybody. So without further ado, we got to look at our family. So you guys, you have not fixed this family portrait yet. I mean, come on, 30 Spray J. I look so terrible in this picture. You guys got to fix this. You got to do something about this.
Send it to me next week. I promise you, I will have a new photo.
No.
I had one out for
Yeah, okay. You make me look like a crackhead, so let's
I did
not.
not. Hold on. No, that's not true. I made Tactical Santa look like he was a menace, not you, Jay.
Right. You look like you look like you've been hanging around Seth Rollins for a long time right there. Just enjoying life, spraying it, doing it, I look like I'm constipated and ready to kill people. So I don't know.
I look like I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah, Swatch is happy to be there. What's happening, Jacob? Welcome to the show.
Oh, what up, Jacob?
Yeah, so
Josh.
hopefully the family portrait gets changed pretty soon, We'll see. But I still do this is my favorite 30 Spray J, I mean, I think that's kind of what 30 Spray J looks like when he's watching these pay-per-views. He's, so,
Stephanie McMahon actually still aged finely over here on Evolution. Just saying.
But, I mean, I can't help it that, when I create these things, that's the 30 Spray J kind of looks like Enzo.
Ding. All right, so we got to take.
Ding ding.
All right. So now that you mentioned it, we got the contest starting now.
So, beginning of Suplex Syndicate, we start a poll of how many times Tactical Santa will mention Enzo and More. We have one. Can we get in the chat how many times we think that Tactical Santa is going to mention this wrestler?
Well, if we want to mention it one more time, my boy actually, with Fourth Rope, is actually going to be at a TNA event, which will lead to him coming back to WWE. So, bada boom, Realist G is going to be back in the room. How you doing? My boy's going to be there, and hopefully he's back in WWE. So, we shall see. But with that being said, fellas, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. What happened on Monday Night Raw?
Go ahead, Jay. You have it. I personally don't really remember. Again, another week where I don't really remember Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, Monday night, it's hard to get into Monday night. To me, it's kind of like the boring show, right? Like, it's just not really exciting. Exactly. So give us that rundown, 30 Spray.
We come.
All right, guys.
That's okay. We are sponsored by Logan Paul Prime this week.
Don't do that. We might get sued. Oh. All right, so Monday night, the main event was announced early. It was going to be Seth Rollins versus Penta. Gave Penta some great time in the ring to showcase that he is a main attraction. Sami Zayn lost the breaker, Braun Breaker, of course.
Right.
El Grande Americano, who isn't really Chad Gable, upset Dragon Lee.
Right.
And then, of course, Goldberg did confront Gunther.
What up, Wizard?
He did land a punch and nearly a spear, boosting the anticipation for Saturday Night Main Event. But other than that, Seth Rollins beat Penta with a low blow. And then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were coming to the ring. But who slid in and landed a DMF? LA Knight. Fun fact, as LA Knight was leaving the ring,
what's up, Chris?
Did trip on a Prime bottle, which was a little funny, and fell over the barricade. But not much happened on Raw. I mean, it was, like we say, SmackDown does have peace. So,
we got to talk about something. El Grande Americano. That 2.0. Is 2.0.
2.0.
That is, I believe, the guy who was part of Imperium.
Yeah,
that they said. Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser. That's him all the way, man. That is Ludwig. The way he moves, the way he was doing stuff, that's Ludwig. I think it's absolute. You know what I think would be absolutely hilarious if they did with this character? If every month or month and a half, they switched the guy out. Somebody else played him. That would be absolutely hilarious. And I think at the end, what they need to do is when they finally decide to reveal it and end the gag, they should have a dwarf play him. He should come out, a dwarf come out, like Hornswoggle. They should bring Hornswoggle back out, and he should be dressed up as Grande Americano and do it. It'd be absolutely hilarious, right? Because they're not fooling anybody.
Grande Patino?
They just have him come out and he's doing his thing, but they're not fooling anybody. So why not have fun with it, right? I mean, it's hilarious.
That's crazy. I don't see them going that far, but yeah, I really don't know how much further they're going to take this character because now that Chad Gable's legit hurt and off the show, they have to keep that going somehow, and they had nothing for Ludwig, so I get that.
But I think it would be funny if every couple, every month and a half or so, they just switch out, have somebody else. come in and play him, because since we don't have the comedic of R-Truth anymore,
Yeah, exactly.
it could fill the comedy spot, right?
Yeah.
It would be funny, But anything else worthy about talking about on Monday Night Raw, or pretty
Not
much
really.
done?
Not
really.
Like,
No.
was it this week or was it last week where they had the Io Sky, Rhea Ripley? Like, that was last week. Okay. I can't keep my Monday Night Raws straight anymore. I'm sorry.
I mean, they kind of did a little bit of a promo with him, but it was just weak sauce. They didn't promote Evolution, which is on right now,
Right.
as well as they should have, because, like we all agree, the women are holding it. The
Yeah.
women deserve their own show, let alone their own pay per view, but not on a Sunday like 1999 where you had to call the 1-800 number to get it.
Right. Well, all right. Well, let's move on to SmackDown.
Yes.
SmackDown, I believe, had I would say a little bit, but a lot more excitement than Monday Night Raw, I would say.
100%.
Right. So give us the recap.
You know what I'm excited for. Give it to us, Squash.
Oh, I got to pull mine up. I'm sorry. If you want to start it off, go ahead, Jay, and I'll catch back up. Hold on.
All right. So there was a 6-man tag with LA Knight. Jimmy Uso battled Solo, JC Cobb, JC Mato, whatever you call him, leading into.
We're calling him Rhino with the Wish Timo Rhino. That's what we call him.
I'm sorry. Every time I see him just standing there, he looks like a little kid about to crap himself. Like, he has the look. Like, he's trying to be mean and scary, and he's not.
Let me ask you this about him. If they would have put him in a different style outfit, I mean, he completely looks like a wannabe Rhino. He totally does.
Yeah, exactly.
They needed to put his hair in a ponytail or something. Don't give him the wet Rhino look.
Right.
Yes, cameo Jelly Roll, who has lost over 150 pounds, did make a surprise appearance, adding buzz, but little storyline. We're keeping up with it. He is involved in WWE, is training to have a WWE match.
Right.
That they I'm not gonna. We'll get to it later in the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Do you think it's kind of cool that they're incorporating Jelly Roll, or do you think they
do this a lot with a couple up and coming artists?
Sure.
Of course, we already had Bad Bunny, who was spectacular as a wrestler.
Yes.
You got to give him his props for being as athletic as he was. I'm curious to see what Jelly Roll can do. I've already seen him chokeslam somebody, so I mean, let's see if the boy can move. The thing about Friday night would be the Trish Stratus moment she's pushing 49.
Yeah.
And she's returning to do everyone did have a standout segment teasing the showdown with Tiffany Stratton, which, I mean, we have Goldberg and then we have Trish Stratus. So, I mean, they're pushing the Legends contracts pretty hard right now. I wouldn't mind seeing another Trish Stratus run, but she doesn't move. She does move almost like she used to, but like Lita, she can't do all her old moves. Lita can't do a moonsault. Trish Stratus can't do off the top rope either.
I agree with you too. If this would have been a 39-year-old Trish Stratus.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the problem too is that I think one thing that they kind of understand is that when you get these young ones like Tiffany, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Stratton, she's got a lot of fire behind her. If you have Trish beat her, what do you really gain? You know what I mean? You don't want to stop Tiffany's momentum. You know what I mean? Because it makes no sense to me having Trish get the belt and run with it. You know,
it's just passing of the torch. You know, every time.
Right.
You know, our generation's passing the torch on.
Oh, right.
But that's do what I mean. But
I get why they're kind of doing it, because, like you said, if she's going to beat Trish Stratus, and that's going to solidify her more as a legit, wrestler, but to have Trish win it would be, in my mind, would be going backwards. There would be no need for that to happen. It would really stop Tiffany's momentum. And then who does she face out if she's the champion? Who do you feud with? Like
Whatever happens after this Becky Lynch, Bailey, BS.
that one. Yeah, that one too. Yeah. Yep. Well, all right. What else happened?
Well, you want to say it or shall I?
Yeah, you have it. I don't have the results on me, so go ahead.
All right. So Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis of the Wyatt Six defeated Street Profits to end their 119-day reign. Pause.
Right.
This feud could have been so much better. I am happy that the Wyatt Six won, but
Right.
they could have been playing mind games with the Street Profits for weeks. There was no promos on it. It was just, yes, we're gonna take the titles. I get it. Cool.
Right.
They could have been fractioning the Street Profits apart, because what do you do now with the Street Profits? I hope that you push Montez forward into singles.
Right.
I don't know what they'll do with Darwin, but anyways, the Wyatt Six did win, and this is going to solidify, hopefully, the firecracker that they need to start pushing the Wyatt Six. Put gold on all of them.
Right.
They have the means. Let's do it.
I got to tell you, I was happy to see the Wyatt Six win. I think the good thing with Gacy and Dexter Loomis is they're exciting to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
They're exciting to watch. They have very good teamwork. They do a lot of unique things that people aren't doing, right? So I'm glad they got the tag team belts, because they're exciting, they're fresh, and I really think they're going to lead a new charge with the tag team division. Because honestly, I mean, do you guys think? If you guys think the same way I am, the tag team division was getting stale.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the Street Profits, they had 119 days reign, but who did they face?
Right.
How many times did they defend? They didn't even.
Yeah.
They weren't on any pay-per-view. I mean,
Right.
it was poorly lived. I would rather have a belt and say, "Hey, I defended it so many times," than say, "Oh, I have a."
They were on the pay-per-views before. They were just on the pre-shows, so nobody ever watched.
Right. Yeah, I really think the Wyatt Six and having them two win it should breathe some fresh air into that division. Bring some excitement. Make people want to watch tag teams again, because, like I said, they're exciting, man. Like, everybody else was kind of lame. You're like, okay, same old thing.
And I know there was after they won the titles, all the tag teams got together and they were like, well, now what are we going to do now that they have the belts? And then Andrade and Dragon, was it Dragon Lee, or it was Andrade and who was the other person with them? So they have a new tag team now. So
right.
Oh yeah.
So
right. Was there anything else that happened on SmackDown? I'm having a hard time remember.
I can barely remember my name right now. Let alone what happened Friday night. Yeah.
Right.
Just the LA Knight and Jimmy Uso battled solo, and then it was all just another, again, just a slow build of what was supposed to happen next. During that main event.
Right. Well, before we get to the Saturday night main event, Mr. 30 Spray J, take it away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages. Tonight's Suplex Syndicate is brought to you by the Elegant Sasquatch Firecracker Beard Oil. It is a blast of blue raspberry, ice lemon, and red cherry that'll drop kick your senses all the way from July, going on to August and finishing off your summer. From the Elegant Sasquatch, stay bold, stay legendary. Elegant Sasquatch. Get yours at Etsy.com.
And by the way, I have it in my beard today, and I did wear this at Worlds when I was there. Awesome. I love this stuff. It takes me back to my childhood, going to the ice cream truck, going to get bomb pops. So yeah, I definitely dig it.
Okay, I got a really random question. Speaking of ice cream trucks, what did y'all call the ice cream truck where y'all grew up at? Because I called mine something really crazy, and everybody makes fun of me for it.
Let's hear it.
We used to call it the Ding Ding Man because he used to have the bell on the top, and you'd ring it and ding ding. We used to call him the Ding Ding Man, and I get made fun of every time I bring that up.
I'm kind of lame. We used to just call it the Ice Cream Man, like ice cream. I'm kind of lame.
We were a little polite in the ghetto and the suburbs of everything. We used to call him Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Mr. Ice Cream Man. Okay. All right.
We got time for this. We got a cool question from Melissa from Copper John. She goes, "If you guys could be a wrestler, what would your name be? Different from your handle now. I think it would be so awesome to be a female wrestler. I'll tell you what. If you've seen Melissa work out on her channel, she could be a wrestler. She'd probably go out there and just kick some butt. So, Melissa, in the chat, what would your name be? What would you go by? So, what do you guys think? What would your name be, Squatch?
I have one. Because at one point I thought heavily about becoming a wrestler, and it would have been Gustav, the pit bull from Prague.
Nice.
And I'm Czechoslovakian, so it worked out perfect. I could do the accent, and it was a cross between was it Mr. Hugh, and then that's what I wanted to do. So didn't really speak that much, and it just straight. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what. But that was mine, Gustav.
So. Funny story, myself and two other guys that were working at the clubs where I worked at, they were bigger than me, but I was at the time weighing 300 pounds. I'm like, man, we should be a faction. And we were going to be the Cell Block 6 posse. Yeah. And I was going to be Big Deezy. And our finishing move was my one buddy, the one guy was going to pick the guy up in a choke slam. Mm-hmm. And I was going to spear the guy from behind so that put more momentum for the choke. And then the other guy was going to do the rear naked choke, but he was going to call that the solitary confinement. So, so that was kind of funny. But, yeah. But what about you, 30 Spray J?
Oh, man, I have thought about being a wrestler since I was 4 years old. I've gone through many stages of everything, but the Blighted Clown plays off of Blight, which was a glow-in-the-dark radioactive villain in Batman Beyond the cartoon.
Nice.
And then I grew up with the Oddball or the Oddities and Drunken Clown and everything. So I really wanted to have like a blacklight clown entrance. Oh man, I could go on and on about it, but yeah, that was me.
So what do you guys think about this? So Melissa says I was a boxer instructor. You guys can give me one. Garrett said Maleficent. What do you think Melissa's wrestling name should be?
Jelly Melly.
Jelly Melly.
You got to give me some time. I'm not.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what.
I'll get your name by next week.
Yeah. Why don't we do this? Why don't we all three try to come up for a wrestling name for Melissa? For next week. We'll have a name for you, Melissa. By next week, we'll have your wrestling name. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll huddle up. Yep. Let me see here. So
Filthy Phil though, we got Filthy Phil. That had me giggling. Filthy Phil.
Oh yeah, Filthy Phil. Yep. Heck yeah. Let's see here. When Garrett did his beard oil collaboration with Jay, Beard Essential, Jay was going to do one for me called Melissa Scent. I mean, I could see that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll figure out. We'll take some time and figure it out. We'll unveil it next week. You know. So
we might even have some graphics for you. Maybe.
Yeah. We'll do some graphics. Yeah.
I have been trying to create our wrestlers on WWE 20K or whatever, whichever one I have. So don't get me started. You're lucky I don't have more days off than I have.
Right. Well, all right, fellas. The next up was Saturday night's main event, and I've got, I think, the picture that kind of stole the show, picture-wise. This picture right here of Goldberg taking those brutal chest slaps from Gunther. I thought that picture just looked so awesome because it did truly capture. I mean, when you look at that picture, like, yep, that was awesome when it happened. But let's start from the top, man. Let's review Saturday night's main event. So, give us the recap, fellas.
It was pretty decent. I will say R.I.P. to Little Nate. As he took a spear at the main event. That's 2 straight showings where he just gets knocked the hell out. So R.I.P.
Right.
Little Nate.
Right. What was the I can't remember, what was the first match that they had
Oh,
on?
that was that wasn't the Seth match, was it?
No, it was Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. They kicked it off, and
Yeah.
the
Of course,
match
Randy Orton.
itself was fine. I Logan Paul came out with Drew McIntyre, which okay, it's funny because now a couple of months ago, Drew was talking about how this part timer, this non wrestler, is taking over the company, and now Kenny Omega said give it a couple more. Yeah, give it a couple more months, and it's gonna be Logan versus Mr. Beast at WrestleMania. Watch.
Right.
But yeah, the match itself was fine.
Right.
But then they try to get Jelly Roll involved, and apparently him and Orton will be taking on McIntyre and Logan at SummerSlam.
Right.
Which, okay. I would rather just see like a three-way between Logan, Randy and McIntyre, but
right. And the match was fairly quick too. That match didn't last very long. It was fairly quick. Yep. So, yep. And then we had, what one was next, Jay?
Oh my gosh. I think it was I'm pretty sure Solo. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Solo and Jimmy was first.
Okay. Right.
But they did of course Solo beat Jimmy Uso with the help of
right.
What is it? Tonga.
Right.
Yeah.
He pushed his boot. Yeah, he pushed his boot up against Solo when he was pinning him and beat Jimmy. Honestly, I would have loved to see Jimmy actually get some kind of title run or anything, but it does build the beef up with the bloodline factions and everything.
Exactly.
Later, Jey Uso will come and help.
Kind of find it funny that they let Jimmy get beat up for like what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden Fatu comes out. I'm like, the timing to me was a little off. Like why didn't he come out sooner? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's been like that a couple of times too. Where like a couple of weeks ago, when they first decided to be somewhat of a group,
and I think they'll mention that. Like you're taking too long. You're supposed to have my back, but you're not there when I need it. You're only there after.
Yeah, because it was like the timing was weird. Like, so now you're gonna come out and help him after they already beat him down? Like, come on, man.
Exactly. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then at the second straight day, where it was I don't know the tall guy's name because I get him and Tama stuff. Him and Fatu got into it, and I'm just glad to see that they're finally doing something and making Jimmy look strong again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that just made me happy. So
yeah, what's up with Fatu's new kind of face mask look? He's got kind of that, like, it's almost like a wannabe ninja look, kind of. I don't know.
Okay, so that's just a hood ghetto reference of a Paul Shiesty mask. It's just he's from the streets, all gas, no brakes, that type of thing. That's the new kids type of thing.
Okay, gotcha.
So speaking of Fatu, did you guys hear his new song that he did with Rikishi?
Yeah.
And there's big controversy because he drops the N-bomb in it, and it was for what it is. It was decent for what it is.
Right. Dark enough. There's a lot of controversy with that, but music is music.
Right. Yeah, it's, the funny thing is he's probably making more money than he ever did before, And if I was in his position, I'd be like, all right, dude, like I'm not going to try to risk nothing, losing a contract over, you know what I'm saying? Like he really needs to be like, somebody needs to put him in check and be like, look, dog, you're going to lose everything you got if you keep doing this controversial. I mean, look at Jordan Grace.
I'll be right
She
back.
got controversial for a minute, and now she's not in SmackDown. She's still in NXT. She was supposed to be bumped. So
exactly. So
yeah,
we shall see. And then after that, then the following one was it was the LA Knight versus Seth Rollins match, which actually, you know what, surprisingly, it was good.
Can I stop for a second?
Yeah.
Mr. Maker, if you love wrestling, why don't you reach out to me sometime? I mean, you obviously like this. You follow me around, but if you like wrestling, myself, Elegant Sasquatch, and 30 Spray J would love to have you on the show. Why don't you come and talk wrestling with us sometime?
Yeah, we got plenty of room at the table. Come on,
right?
Bring
open invitation. So
I mean,
reach out. I mean, he already knows how to reach out to me. He's already sent me an email with some Morse code, but reach out to me and we'll get you on the show, man. Anyway, sorry about that, Sasquatch, but
that's fine because like I'm curious because like I've seen him post in a couple other people's lives and
right.
I'm baffled about what the hell's going on, but that's the internet for you. Who the hell knows?
Right.
But going back to wrestling, it was the Seth Rollins versus LA Knight match, which actually surprisingly was good up until Seth Rollins got hurt. Like,
well, let's get the elephant in the room out on this match. Do you think that he is legitimately injured, or is this a work?
I personally think it's all a work. Like, I don't think he's legitimately injured, and the reason why I say that is due to the fact that when the wrestler is actually legitimately hurt, like it was a couple weeks ago with one of the female wrestlers, the commentary doesn't say what body part is hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
here we go. We got somebody to join us really quick. It is Chief. Chief, can you hear us?
Yes. Jesus, what a nightmare.
Right.
So I'm outside and I got my cap locks on, but I can barely see the little cap lock, so I had to go through all the anyhow, I'm here. What's up, guys? How are you?
So what's happening, brother? So we're just talking some wrestling. You can throw. Oh, look at that! Wait a minute. Are you wearing a Tactical Santa shirt?
Oh, by chance, I happen to be.
Oh man, look at that! He's wearing one of them.
Look at that. I like the new look, by the way.
Right. Oh, look at that! He's got the Red Friday shirt. Heck yeah, brother. So I think out of all of us, Chief looks like the guy that should go into wrestling because he's got that Kratos beard right there. I mean, he
is this close to having like the old school like Western mutton chops.
Yeah.
Or the handlebar that comes straight down, not the mutton chops, with the ones that like bush out like at the bottom of the chin. Right. You were like this close, man. You can do it. You can pull it off. You would look like the dude from the Big Lebowski.
Right. Chief's special move, if he ever became a wrestler, he'd just come in there and he could just knife hand people. He would knife hand them and they would fall and he'd pin them.
So he's taking a book out of the Great Khali. Hey, yeah.
Right. So going back to what we were talking about really quick, I actually think that Seth Rollins is injured because I don't think the main event match was supposed to end how it was supposed to end.
No.
I don't think it's a work. I think he's injured, and now we're going to have to see where the storylines go.
See, like I said, the only reason why I'm thinking, and I was thinking about this morning, that, okay, so Seth Rollins gets hurt, gets off TV for a little bit, right?
Right.
Then they don't talk about him. He still has the briefcase. He appears out of the middle of nowhere during one of these shows and pops up out of the blue, cashes in. That, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that can still happen. So let's say it's a knee injury for real, right?
Okay.
He's going to hold on to that money in the bank. And when he's healthy, he's going to come back and cash in because everybody's going to be like, oh, he's not around. You know what I mean? We haven't heard from this guy in 3-4 months, and then he's going to cash it. But I legitimately think that he got hurt because I want to think that WWE wouldn't have done Goldberg dirty like that if it wasn't last minute. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people give Goldberg heat, but he is a team player. He probably said, you know what? I'm here. Let's do what we got to do. Let's just make it good. And to be fair, Gunter did carry him that match. Gunter made him look good. So I mean, imagine this, right?
I
It was
definitely time out.
Yep.
I definitely want to see a side by side of Chief and Goldberg because
Yeah.
I've seen Chief in real life, and I think he would make Goldberg look like a little guy.
Blushing.
Bless you.
Blushing.
Well, Chief definitely has the more commanding facial hair of the two. I think that's enough to scare Goldberg away.
I'll agree with that.
I think Goldberg would look, and Chief would start unholstering that knife edge, and Goldberg would be like, right? So
what I'm gonna say about this is they can't vacate the Money in the Bank, so they're gonna keep Seth Rollins as Money in the Bank. Maybe Roman Reigns comes back now. Maybe Roman Reigns beats Gunther, and maybe that builds for Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns' Shield battles that they still want to keep battling about.
Right. But I truly think, though, if Seth would have got hurt, we would have seen the ending that we talked about, where Braun Breaker would cuss.
Oh
yeah. And here's the
everybody and their
setup.
mother was seeing that.
And here's the setup, right? Look at the crowd that was there to watch Goldberg. You had Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, and Rick Steiner, right? It was perfect to see his son, nephew, use the spear on Goldberg. So you had Goldberg, who really made the spear, and then you have the newest generation spearing him, taking him out. That's such a great, full story, you know?
Did you see all the people that were walking him to the ring?
Yeah.
It was Cat. It was Raven. He was in the back.
Right.
The original bodyguard from WCW.
Chuck Zito.
Yeah. And then I forgot the other person and his son. Yeah. But I found it funny that they were walking him to I was like, I thought about this. I was like, so he needs a bodyguard backstage where there's nobody else.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, though, that was his gig when he came out in WCW.
Yeah.
He had, and it was kind of cool that he did the full entrance like he did in WCW. You know, they kept it nostalgic because last ride, last match. Go out on a high mark, and
exactly.
They still did him dirty though because they cut him off when he was speaking, and it's on a live stream. So that was kind of crappy.
Exactly.
But we'll see where everything goes after this. It's going to be interesting. But here we go. Let me ask this. What do we got in the chat room here? 30 Spray J says Goldberg is like 5'10", Chief is like 6'9".
6'14". 6'14".
6'14". Right.
Chief is
how Brewer is with his 111s. So
right. Right. But I'll tell you what, it'd be cool to see is if there's ever a wrestling thing near you, Chief, where like a thing and Goldberg's there signing autographs and stuff.
I would love to see it.
We have got to, whatever it takes, we have got to get you there so we can get a picture of you side by side with Goldberg. Or actually, you guys like this and you doing the knife hand and just getting his expression of like this. That would be the most amazing picture. We've got to make it. We got to make it happen, man.
The question I have is, does Chief bring it from here, or does he come from like the top of the head with the knife?
You got to keep it holstered. You got to keep it holstered, man. Safety first.
And then the follow-up question is, does he have to have some sort of permit to carry that out in the open?
Oh, of course he does.
Yes,
of course he does. And I think it all depends too on how far back the knife hand comes from, because I think it depends on how angry Chief is with you.
Yeah, really all depends on how much Chief likes you.
Time out. Everyone didn't get to see that Chief can cut a cold cheese pizza with his hands. We didn't have a pizza cutter.
Right.
He chopped up that pizza for us.
Where do you think they got the ideas for all the martial arts people that break the bricks and
Right there.
the wood with their
Chief.
hands? It was all from Chief.
Right.
I love you guys, man. I needed this, man.
It was all from Chief. I'm scared of him.
I think if you make Chief mad the first time, it's like instead of this, it's like pop.
No, it's you don't get the full. It's just
Right.
there in the gut, and you can't breathe for.
The farther it back is the bigger offender you are.
Oh my
right?
God.
And anytime you hear the big thunderclap, it's just Chief going up against somebody's head. Just whack.
So the thunder outside is just Chief. Okay.
Oh, it is.
Right.
So you don't see it. It's just him swatting the
I'll tell you guys what, man. If I ever have another bad day, I'm jumping on y'all's live, man. Y'all.
Well, let me ask you this, because you mentioned the thunderclap, right?
Exactly.
So I kind of think it's not a really good fight between Chief and Goldberg. I mean, we'd have to put him up against the Hulk, because the Hulk does the clap too.
No.
I want to see.
I call it now. Goldberg goes for the spear. Chief chops the shoulder before he even gets it.
You know what? Chief hits Goldberg in midair with the chop and stops him. And Goldberg's just in the middle of air like this. Just he can't do anything because he's stuck in the middle of air. He got chopped. And then Chief's just standing there like, how am I going to pin this guy? Because now he's in the middle of the air, and then he just pushes him down like a balloon.
There's a fallacy with that, because you forget. That knife hand with Chief, he doesn't even have to touch Goldberg. When Goldberg goes to seat, he goes like that. It's like stops him and drops him. There doesn't even have to be any physical contact. It's just a poof like that, and it's done.
I love you guys, man.
It's done.
I love you guys.
It's done. Heck yeah.
Like I'm scared. I'm legit scared. I've never been outside of Kimbo Slice. I've never been scared of another grown man until down Chief. And his hands of death.
Well, you
know, when he grabbed me for a hug, I thought he was actually trying to consume me for food.
Well,
so
when Chief walks in, when Chief and I walked in to Worlds, you had a certified G right here, and you had the bona fide stud right there.
I'm just a lowercase G.
How you doing?
Just a lowercase G.
So. How you doing? Because Chief and I, we're rocking that place.
I'm just a lowercase G.
A lowercase, man. You were shining. You were shining out there.
That was when you were little. You were a lowercase G. Now you're a big G.
We had such a good time there, man.
Right.
It was
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, what about future wrestling predictions? So we got that pay-per-view going on right now. What are the big matches tonight that are happening?
It's the Io Rhea Ripley match. That's the main event.
Jordan Grace is on right now and actually showing that she is part of she could be part main roster.
Right.
But speaking of your favorite wrestler, Jade Cargill and Naomi are having a street fight.
Right.
Bianca Belair is going to be the special
referee.
Right. But you know what? I was going to say Naomi is on fire right now, like with what she's doing. Like it's top notch.
Here's Bianca backstabbed somebody. Just saying.
I'm going to tell you what. Remember what we talked about before. You know what's going to happen is Bianca is going to reveal tonight she's a heel. She's going to attack Jade with Naomi, and they're going to be a faction now. Yep. That's my prediction. Yeah. Yep.
I'm with you on that.
Yep.
Right. Right. I think Io Sky, unfortunately, is going to lose to Rhea. I know Io Sky has won against Rhea every time so far, but I think tonight's tonight because they're going to have to put the belt back on Rhea, because she's just a bigger
star.
Yeah, bigger star. You know what I mean?
Rhea's held it for quite some time now. I'm surprising that she's held it this long. So I say it is going to go back to Rhea, because if Rhea doesn't have a title, she's minuscule on the show. So give her the title for someone to face her. Just hopefully she can stay healthy, because every time it seems like she gets injured.
Well, if you think about it, if they put the belt back on Rhea and Bianca comes out tonight as a heel, right? And her and Naomi are aligned together. She goes and takes the belt off Rhea with the help of Naomi.
There you go.
And Naomi cashes in on Tiffany.
Yeah, fun fact, I didn't know that Naomi actually did hold the title before.
Yeah.
She held it in 2017, and then she got injured. So,
yeah, she had the glow belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's due for some gold.
Right.
Well deserved. I mean, her last name is Paul too.
Chief looks so out of his element right now.
Chief,
If you were talking motorcycles, man, I'd be like, woohoo!
Well, you know what? Well, in a minute we'll bring motorcycles into this. But Chief, it's not about throwing the ball. So it's about, we're talking about women beating each other up.
The passy kicky game?
Yeah, no passy kicky.
No.
So, right. You know what would be perfect for Bianca Belair and Naomi when they get their little faction going?
That Chief as the third member?
No, that Enzo Amore comes in and manages those two women. That would be fantastic. Come on. Bada boom, Realist G in the room. I'm managing two of the best women. How you doing? I can see it now. It'd be fantastic.
You've officially broke me. You know that, right? you broke me.
Just think, Chief has to deal with
Chief's taking my spot
2
from
nights
now
a
on.
week. Just think, Chief has to deal with me 2 nights a week on lives. You guys only have to deal with me 1 night a week, man.
Yeah, you know what? Now it's going to be 3 because
I can leave anytime I want.
Chief is taking my spot now, so now it's going to be 3 days a week. So that's it. You broke me. Way to go, Dino. Way to go,
man. Any other future wrestling predictions?
You know what?
Oh my God, I was thinking about this the other day. I want to say that they got to do something with Nikki Cross of Wyatt, so I put her in the whole women's division again. And Roland, I don't know where he fits as far as getting a belt. It would be the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title, and I don't even know. Do we still have an Intercontinental title in the division?
Though, I really think with Roland, I don't think he needs to get gold. What I think he is going to be is he's going to be the Wyatt Six enforcer. Yeah, I think he's going to be the guy that just goes beats people up, But here we go. Motorcycle kind of question for Chief. What did you like better, Chief? Did you like it better when The Undertaker came down on a Harley to the ring, or when Stone Cold Steve Austin came down on a 4-wheeler? Which do you think is the cooler move?
Man, I love them both. But that Harley just sounds right.
So what would you come down on, Chief? What if you were a wrestler and you were coming down, what are you coming down on?
I'm thinking, one of those chairs where people are carrying you and you're covered in gold. And what do you think?
It's been done. You can do it again.
Right.
That stripper, you got stripper pools on that ride. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I'd say there's a whole litter of raccoons just running to the ring before Chief ever comes.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Right?
Yes.
No, he's just sitting on the chair, just petting a raccoon. That's what it is.
Pitbull is sitting out here all damn day waiting for them to make an entrance so she can get them. But they've got multiple exits, and they're smarter than she is.
Oh, that's
right.
Good.
Right.
The correct answer to that question would have been the 1997 beer truck that Stone Cold drove to the ring. That's what it's the beer truck.
No, Kurt Angle and the milk truck.
No, it was the beer.
I liked Kurt Angle with the milk truck.
Beer.
Yeah, but I could see Chief coming down. Yeah, but Chief's going to come down in a beer truck. He's not coming down
with
in a
Viking horns.
Yes. So, funny story, fellas. I pull up to Chief's house and he messages me. He's like, I'll be at the end of my road because you're going to pass it. I'll be on my 4-wheeler. So look for the 4-wheeler, right? I come up to this road and here's Chief on this 4-wheeler with this big Viking helmet. It was awesome.
That's about right. That's that is what a god goes around driving, right?
Yeah. Well, I think part of Chief's wrestling gear would have to be the Viking helmet. It would have to be.
So
Pink.
he's going to go berserker. Okay, I got you.
Right.
Pink.
I mean, Pink.
Knife chopping people right and left.
Don't give me 4 days off. I will create these wrestlers.
Oh boy. Oh man. Man. It's gonna be hilarious.
Man, when they were putting Interstate 80 across the country, they needed the trees cleared out. So they just called Chief just to drive down. Hey,
Right.
just
Right.
chopping them all down at one time. I get it. I'm scared now.
I'd say, as far as wrestling predictions go, though, Roman Reigns did just have his 6th child. Congrats to that family.
Right.
But Roman Reigns is coming, and he
Yeah.
still is a top contender, whether
Right.
it's against Seth Rollins or against the factions or whatever he's going to be.
Right. Well, fellas, let's get into what the main show said we were going to do. Top 5 Attitude Era tag teams. Since we did the what was it? What did we call it? The 80s tag teams, top 5. Now we're switching gears, and Sasquatch, what were the years of the Attitude Era? So what were our parameters about this?
I think the last one we stopped at 92. So I'd say probably like 9, because technically the New Age was like 94.
Sure.
So we'll go like 95 to like 2002, 2001.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I would say that, because then after that was the Ruthless Aggression Era, and WCW was gone.
So Chief, just so you know, Chief, this doesn't include us as our tag team because we're modern day, so we can't be in the Attitude Era. So we don't count on this list. But when it gets to the modern day, you and I are going to be on that list, my friend. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to hop on here, man, and hang out with some brothers and feel some brotherly love, and you guys just did not disappoint, man.
I am glad to see. I finally got to see the beard in person.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look how chiseled that beard
I
is,
am
man.
jealous. I wanted that, and mine curves too much. I can't get the straight.
Yeah.
You just gotta go get it cut by
You
Johnny
gotta go.
Cash.
You gotta go 18 inches and then cut it. So that, like,
Johnny Cash. Gotta go get it cut.
Man, there was
by
no
Johnny
hesitation,
Cash.
man. As soon as I got off stage, we went.
I don't think I can afford Johnny Cash, like from what I heard. It's too
All right,
expensive.
guys, my battery saver is just now on, and
All
I
right.
Thanks for
appreciate
coming
you
on,
guys
Chief.
making me feel good, man. I love all y'all, man. So I'm gonna skedaddle out of here. So
Have a good night, Chief.
thanks,
Take care,
brothers.
brother.
See you tomorrow, Chief.
All right, fellas. So we all kind of talked backstage, and we all kind of came out with a unanimous top 5, and I think all of us have an honorary mention. So start it out, fellas. Who is number 1 on the Attitude Era list?
It would be 3, then 2, but it would be the Dudleys, ECW, WWF, the Dudleys. They're the number 1 tag team in all of the 90s. They're the number 1 face on the Mount Rushmore. Number 2 actually was a close second, because they were, to be honest with you, they were probably the most famous tag team of the 90s, and a lot of us growing up in the 90s have gotten in trouble in the high school and middle school by doing the second chance. But
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the WWE probably presents to you as tag team champions of the world, the Badass Billy Gunn, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, the New Age Outlaws.
exactly.
Definitely.
I don't know how many times I got in trouble since the principal, because I was making the cross shop. Yeah.
Right.
So that was number 2. Number 3, very controversial take, but we are going to go with the APA. They were around for a while,
right,
in one form or another. Then they became the Acolytes. But
Acolytes, Protection, Association.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. So
go ahead. A dream match I wish I could have seen when they were both in their prime would have been APA versus Legion of Doom. Because can you imagine the feuds those guys could have had? Because those guys were brawlers, man. Those guys were
nobody would have came out there safe. Like that would have just pain.
That would have been amazing to watch.
Alrighty. And number 4, which actually changed the whole landscape of wrestling, and it was all because of like basically 2 guys
Right.
It was Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the Outsiders,
Right.
WCW. Yeah.
You know, let me ask you this, because Jay, I don't know if you watched. Were you watching WCW when they first appeared on WCW?
No, see, okay, so the match that Hogan
Yeah.
turned heel
So
and
that's when you
created,
saw him.
that's when it all started WCW
So
for me.
I'm going to tell you what, as somebody who was watching both, right? And then the first night, because you knew Razor Ramon
Yeah,
left, and you knew
yeah,
Kevin Nash left, right? And then
yeah.
all of a sudden, they're showing up in the audience. First
Exactly.
off is Razor Ramon, Scott Hall showing up, and you're like, what is going on here, right? And then Kevin Nash shows up, and then they just start dominating. Like,
Exactly.
nobody wanted to play with these guys. They were dominating, they were showing up, they were beating people up. I know they weren't super long lived, because when the NWO faction came, then everybody was kind of like doing individual matches. They didn't really team up that much after that, but they did do a lot, and it changed the landscape forever, I think. But I think it's a good spot for them.
Exactly. And then last on our list was Christian and Edge.
Yeah.
You know, 30-second flash photography. That was great.
Right.
Exactly. So
Right. You know, speaking of those two guys, I think they're actually going to reunite after that AEW pay-per-view, and we might see them as a tag team again, which I think needs to happen. We got to see them before it's too late. Actually tag team again.
Have
exactly.
you seen their promo for their is it the ab workout or whatever?
I did not.
Yeah.
So they have some kind of program. I don't know if it's a workout machine or a
Right.
workout program, but you know, for Edge to have abs in his 50s the way he does,
Right.
they have been promoting that
Right.
going on. But that's funny.
Right.
Honorable mention: if you got to mention the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian, of course you got to mention the Hardy Boys.
Right.
TLC matches that those three teams, they
Yeah.
basically were the mankind of the Attitude Era,
Yeah.
just breaking their bodies just to
They
try to
were.
get a shot at the top. And
Right.
that really was the highlight of the tag team division. I
Yeah.
would say even now, I don't even say the tag team division now can hold a candle
Right.
to what those guys are doing.
You do realize we did leave off one big tag team off of this list, right? And
Which one?
I'm surprised we didn't even talk about it, but it was Mae Young and her hand.
Oh my gosh.
Greatest tag team of all time in the 90s.
Oh God. Right.
I wish I had a blur factor because, like, I'll give you the finger, but it's not the finger.
You know the crazy thing, if you think about the Attitude Era, right? We mentioned APA, and I think those were the biggest tag team as far as physical size, right?
The Godwins are up there.
Right, but
and you know what? What was it? Was it Chronic?
Chronic, yeah.
Adam
Yeah.
Bomb.
Yeah.
Dude, TNA with Trish Stratus, Test, and Albert. Like, there's a lot of good honorable mentions that were slept on. The Godfather, when he was right to censor, and they took away took away the hose.
But I think what happened though is the landscape was different in that era, because it wasn't about these big giant muscle bound guys going out and beating people up. As much as I love like guys like the Road Warriors and stuff like that, the Hardys and Christians that were doing moves nobody ever seen before.
Yeah.
So it was visually exciting to see these guys perform, because, you know, big guys coming out and beating the hell out of people is fun to watch, but watching these guys do these crazy moves and doing what they're doing off the top ropes is really fun to watch, right? And they changed the landscape.
Exactly.
To me, when I seen those guys, and they were doing a lot of double team moves. You know, you got the 3D.
Right.
You got remember when the Dudleys were doing the what's up and brought that back?
Yeah.
You know, like the Hardys and the Twist of Fate and the Swanton Bomb.
Right.
The Impaler and then the Spear. I mean, like,
Right.
or the execution, whatever Edge was doing.
Right.
But like I said, those teams alone were carrying. I think that probably for a good year or two, the TLC teams carried the WWE, WWF.
Yeah. Yeah. They did amazing stuff.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my cat's over here trying to kill me with playing with this electrical cord.
We got the next greatest tag team, Elegant Sasquatch and his cat. In
Yeah,
the
apparently,
WWE
yeah.
titles. Right. But yeah, there, and that was the thing, is there were a lot of good tag teams, but I mean, it was, I don't know about you guys, but it was kind of hard after we got up to number 3, picking 4 and 5, because there's so many that we could replace 4 and 5 with.
Oh, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
you got the Brothers of Destruction when Undertaker and Kane finally came together. They held the belts for a little bit.
Yeah, RVD and
Sabu. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, there was a lot going on.
Edge and our Randy Orton had a tag team before Randy Orton went off to Evolution.
Right.
We had the Oddities.
Yep.
Or the Oddballs.
No.
Whatever they were.
Absolutely.
There's a lot, but again, like I said, the tag teams in that era were really like the highlight of the shows and a lot of the pay-per-views.
Do you think that in that era, because you had WCW and WWE going head to head, right? Do you think WWE had the better tag teams, or did we miss out on the WCW tag teams?
WCW had some monster tag teams. Like they individuals, they later turned into stars, but they were great tag teams. Like they had Dean Malenko and Chris Benoit was a great tag team. Chris Jericho and a bunch of tag teams.
All that you're mentioning from WCW eventually came to WWE.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, after they left WCW, they became big stars. But before that, they were actually pretty good tag teams.
Right. In that era, who was the big tag with Eddie Guerrero? Because Eddie Guerrero was tagging a lot too.
Yeah, I know Eddie Chavo. I'm sorry, Chavo. They had a really good tag team together. They came up straight from Mexico.
Right.
So
and then you had didn't Raven have a tag team partner? I think Raven was tagging with somebody.
He had the flock. He had like 6 people. So it was him, Barry Saturn, Kidman.
Right.
There's 2 other people in there. I forget who else, but
right. And then I know Sting and Lex Luger tagged for a while.
Yeah, but that was the early '90s.
But they I believe, who did Crow Sting?
Yeah,
actually tagged a little bit when he was in the Wolf Pack, the red face paint.
Yeah, I know. At one point,
I think it was with Lex. I think it was with Lex at that time, because Lex was
Lex a little bit, and then Conan.
Yeah. And then I know he had a tag team for a very short run with the Giant for a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
All great teams. It's hard to make a top 5, but he settled it.
Mm-hmm. What so next week is going to be top 5 tag teams of what era?
2000s or the early to mid 2000s.
Okay.
Ruthless Aggression? Is that what it was?
Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah, so basically, it's from like 2002 to 2015.
So
I would get
my boy gets to get mentioned then.
Yeah,
and so when Big Cash get to be mentioned. So that'll be fun.
Or you know what, we can do new generation. So 2000 till now.
Sure.
We'll do that. So
right. And that will include a lot, because
that's 3 or 4.
You've got AEW and TNT, which has got AEW's got some amazing tag teams, believe it or not.
Yep.
So we'll start including them in, because they're starting to catch fire. But
exactly.
Yep. Let's see here. Where are we going next? Let me see here. Are we already up to this, or do I still have time, fellas? Do I still have time?
You got time.
All right, so we're not going to go there yet. Let's go to, we did wrestling predictions. we're too early for final thoughts. But let's talk about this, man. Let's just kind of free fall on some stuff. I like that picture. I like having 30
We got
spray there.
we got to get him a new one.
We do. I got to figure out something. But so with everything going on, let's rank this. How would you rank Raw overall as a show? Would you say? Let me ask you this. Would you rate AEW's flagship show higher than Raw?
Actually, and I don't watch AEW, I would say yes.
I can't. I only watch the highlights just because
Right.
I can't tell you one way or another. To me,
Right.
Raw is just a filler show right now. It's
they don't have
it
a
was
solid.
what SmackDown used to be, where SmackDown, but now
Right.
Raw is the filler.
I would say this, in my opinion, I think SmackDown's the number one show. I think AEW Wednesday night, their flagship show is better than Monday Night Raw.
And then
Right
I put NXT number 3.
Yeah, and NXT, and believe it or not, sometimes TNA's actually got some good stuff going on Thursday night. So, but yeah, Raw has definitely slipped in my opinion. They've got to bring it back up. I don't know. It seems like ever since they went to Netflix, it's kind of slipped.
Yeah, I have a feeling Netflix has gotten their hand in it, kind of like what Fox used to have with SmackDown. So they tell them, hey, we want these people on this show at this time.
Right.
And so
right. So here's another question for you. What do you guys think about the WWE's working with TNA, bringing their wrestlers over, doing some stuff with it with NXT, and bringing some up? Does it feel like they're the minor league? Like I used to think NXT was the minor league, but now you're kind of looking and going, is TNA like the minor league where they're getting talent?
The only issue is they've squashed TNA's talent. That's the thing, like everybody that they've sent over,
right?
NXT has been squashed. Joe Henry got squashed.
Right.
Who else? Like everybody else, like there's not one, like you don't see a WWE belt going to TNA. So it's just like, it was a cool concept. I got it. I understand it.
Right.
It just worked out.
Well, here's the thing. I think that's about to change because my boy's coming there. He's going to change it. So I think we're going to see some cool stuff there. But once Enzo gets there, we'll see what happens.
Killing me, Dino. You're killing me. Don't do this anymore, Dino.
But
I'm sorry, you lost the bet because we're past 4 now.
Yeah, sorry, Phil.
So I think it's kind of cool that they do allow them, because I think if WWE didn't do that, I don't think anybody would have really experienced Joe Hendry, and maybe there's a plan with him.
I see. The thing is, he got himself over before,
right?
Because he had the stupid song that went viral,
right.
And then, and then that was it. He had his 15 minutes.
Right, but I mean, like I said, bringing him, at least he got some more exposure with WWE doing some stuff with him, right? So, I mean, if I was a wrestler in TNA, right, I'd be like, man, I really hope, whatever WWE wants to do, if they want to bring me over, whatever, I don't care, because it's a larger crowd, right? More people are going to see me, because I don't know how many people still watch TNA. When I watch it, it's on a channel that's really not publicized that much.
Yeah,
I don't think it's super mainstream. So I mean, being able to be on bigger shows definitely helps people out. Trying to get them up the rank. But I think it's a good thing. Overall.
So, but it's all about exposure, and basically they're the way.
It's hard to blend. It's hard to blend the TNA with the NXT, because now the NXT is gaining so much momentum with all their champions and everything that are ready for mainstream, or possibly ready for mainstream.
Well, here's the thing too. Now, when you look at it, so Trick Williams now holds the TNA belt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did they kind of take Trick and be like, "Look, you're going down a notch," or is
No,
that considered?
I think they're trying to build TNA up into next territory. Sooner or later, there's not going to be a TNA, and it's just going to be, blended in with Next and WWE.
Right.
Sorry to say, TNA went downhill to me when they stopped doing the five, the what was it, the five,
The octagon
the
ring.
octagon ring, yeah. When they went to the same type of ring as everyone else, I really loved TNA when it was the X Championship or X Division, and back when AJ Styles wasn't a soccer mom haircut,
right,
and he actually was doing some stuff.
Right. I was gonna say AJ Styles for a long time was almost like he was like the Sting of TNA.
Yeah, that was the face of TNA.
That was the face of TNA. Yeah.
And then Hogan came in and took it over and then just ruined it.
And that was, I believe, TNA was the time when Sting was in there. That was Joker Sting. I believe Joker Sting and then Corporate Sting.
I love Joker Sting, of course.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Like,
I don't know.
In my book, it was Surfer Sting, then Joker Sting. Those are the two that I really like. So
right. And then they did that corporate deal where everybody was kind of corporate. It was Sting and I think Kurt Angle was in there. They were all corporate or something like that. They were all wearing the suits.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah. I got you.
But I mean, it'll be interesting to see, and I kind of hope. See, the problem is if WWE buys them up, right? Now there's less competition, right? And WWE gets lazy, right? Because anytime you buy competition up, now you're like not worried. I mean, not that TNA is a huge threat to WWE, but it's kind of cool having some place that does their own thing and they're not worried about big corporate. You know what I mean? Yep. So, but I don't know their finances. I mean, and then speaking of that, I mean, what do you guys think? How much longer is AEW going to last?
Oh, I mean,
they got another year or two.
And I guess the big question would be is does Vince McMahon buy up AEW?
I would hate to see it.
He's in the market. He already the trademark was in for his parent company. I believe it's something Street.
Yeah, it's 14th Street or something.
14th Street. Yeah. And you know that he's in the market because he was trying to buy WWE back. And he couldn't buy it back. But if you think about it, he's going. I mean, if AEW comes up to that point where they're not making money and they need to sell, Vince is going to be all over that. And that'll be the new Vince McMahon production,
There's plenty that have said that they will work for Vince again. I mean, you got people like the likes of John Cena and Brock Lesnar that can be behind the scene guys. But I would say I don't know the financial side of it all. I know Tony Khan or whoever is multi-millionaire, but where's he making his money? Because AEW is not it.
Let me ask you guys this. Is WWE today better without Vince McMahon, or was it better when Vince was running the show? What do you guys think?
The last couple of years, absolutely not. Like the last couple of years, Vince kind of like went off his rocker and it was garbage, and everybody's they were happy that AEW came by, but now, they're in a better spot now. Like they're actually storytelling now, opposed to what the hell.
I would love this generation of WWE with Paul, Triple H, if it wasn't so commercialized with TKO. I like watching the main event with the Naked Gun logo on the middle of the ring and all that. Like, I don't love. Like we talked about this behind the scenes. What happens when all the wrestlers' gear looks like they are NASCAR cars with all the logos and everything.
Right.
It's too commercial, and we're missing out on the storytelling of wrestling. We're missing out all the
Right.
promos that we used to get,
Right.
between commercial breaks and everything. I think the
Right.
last time they tried to really do a promo during commercials and everything before the Wyatt Six and that, and
Right.
even when Bray Wyatt was still alive, that was the return of Edge. I was like, oh, they're bringing back the promos, of returning wrestlers. I love it.
Right. Well, let me ask you this though: how much control do you really think Triple H has?
All of it.
Do you really think he has all of it? I don't think he does.
He has,
I,
I
I,
he has probably about 60%.
I
right.
was gonna say maybe about 60-70%.
Yeah,
Well,
because TKO has their hands a lot in this.
well,
and
here's what I mean. TKO owns it. Okay.
Right.
I don't think that Triple H has 60% control of creative. I think he's got about 40. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't think Triple H would have ever allowed The Rock to come out there and talk like he did a couple times.
no, that
I
was
think
all the Rock.
I think he has parameters
Yep.
that he can do, but I also think the higher ups and this table, whatever you want to call them, is saying this is the end game, this is the story, you got to run it. Now you can tweak it some,
I
but I
think
don't
that
think he
I
does.
think that the Rock has more stock hold than
Right.
He's on the board,
McMahon.
so he can do whatever he wants.
And
He's on the
Right.
board. Triple H
He's
is
on the
not on the
board.
board.
He's on the board of TKO. The Rock
Right.
put himself in a good position
Right.
of whatever the Rock wants to do.
But what I'm saying though is that I don't think if Triple H had total control that some of this stuff that's been happening would be happening. I really
Sure.
don't. So
Sure.
I think he's got a 40% control over creative. But I think at the end of the day, he's got bosses saying, this guy, you're going to push this guy. This is good for business. This is good for business. This is good for business. And this is what we're going to do. Because let's put it this way. Triple H is a smart guy because he was actually a wrestler. He knows what wrestlers go through. He understands the training. He understands the timing, right? Do you think if Triple H was truly in control, he would have looked at Jade Cargill and been like, oh, yeah, let's throw her right in there? He would have been like, no, she's going to NXT. She's going to earn, we're going to mold this star instead of doing that. That's why I think that somebody else is pulling the strings about who's going where, what the stories are. And all he gets to do is go, okay, these are the two they're telling me. I've got to make kind of a story. And this is the end result they want. I don't think he's in total control. Just my opinion.
True.
But
So
any other spots on that 30 Spray J?
I'm good.
I'm right on there with you. I think you're.
So I think it's time. Enzo Amore meter.
6.
Did I break the meter today? Did I break
Yeah,
the meter today?
You broke it. You shattered it.
You're at 6. No more, please. I beg of you. You're killing me.
So at the end, did anybody guess? Did anybody we have any guesses?
We have one. Phil was the only one that had one guess in, and he had 4. So he was close.
Gotcha. All right. So
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do guess the correct Enzo Amore meter, we are giving a giveaway. Well, this guy is.
Yeah. What if you guess it? I take your name down. Then once we hit the 50th show, I take whoever has the most amount of right answers. They get the grand prize.
Right. Heck yeah. So I'm just going to put this up here again because, man, I can't help but wanting to support you as much as I can, Sasquatch. Folks, if you have not got this firecracker, I've worn it a bunch of times. And
Summertime in a bottle.
This stuff is fantastic. You will not be disappointed. Not only just the scent profile, but the carrier blend makes your beard feel awesome. If you got a gray beard like mine, that sunflower oil in there makes this beard feel so soft, and I totally love it. And please, Sasquatch, keep up doing what you're doing because you're knocking it out of the park, brother.
I'm going to announce it now. Coming soon, very soon. There's going to be 3 new barbershops in the Sasquatch Nation, and in the suburbs of Philly in Pennsylvania. So if you're in that area, Keep an eye out. I will have my displays up.
Right.
I will be letting everybody know soon. So
Let him finish. Go ahead.
but yeah, it's going to be soon. Probably within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag.
Right.
But yeah, so.
Right. So I'll tell you what, fellas, we should probably do this. Once we get on air, we should probably announce that now's the time to make your guess. And then at the end of the show, the guess, so that way everybody knows. So we'll say at the beginning of the show, actually, 30 Spray J or Elegant Sasquatch will be the Enzo meter guesses. Let's go now. And then
got the paperwork already here.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, we'll start counting as soon as after we say hello to everybody. And the show officially starts. So
So we'll probably have to do some parameters. Is it if I mention him by name or if I do nuances that he does?
If the name comes up.
So I've got to say the name. I can't just do Enzo stuff.
I mean, if you say Enzo, that counts. But if you go through a spiel, no, it doesn't. Like, it doesn't count. It's just a name.
Okay.
Unlike the other night where you
had so much room to talk about it. Stop it.
All right, fellas. Well, final thoughts. Any final thoughts of the night?
My final thought is the Hulk Hogan experiment with his new wrestling thing is going to fail miserably.
Yeah.
How is he still the sportsman of the All-American beer? I don't get it. Like,
he owns it. He owns it.
Oh, he owns it? Because, I mean, like, I was like,
got Gawker money for you.
Okay. All right. Never mind. I rest my case.
Is it part of his sponsorship deal with WWE that they sell his beer at the events?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I believe they sell his beer, All American beer, at the event. So he's making.
It used to be Stone Cold's beer, and now it's the All American beer.
Right. So,
fun fact: my barber has Hulk Hogan cut out in the closet of the barbershop, and the light flickers a lot during my haircuts, and I'm like, this isn't cool. Like, it's kind of freaky.
Right. I'm with you, Sasquatch. Even though because I believe it's him and Eric Bischoff are together, right?
Yep. Real wrestling league.
Eric Bischoff is really good behind the scenes, but I think this is a lost journey. Yeah, it's not going to last, man. As much as I like Bischoff, it's not going to last.
You like Bischoff?
I'll tell you what. If you look at what he did, you got to remember. I mean, a lot of these wrestlers say this and that, and Bishop will tell you when WCW was around, he was signing contracts, spending money because when you got billionaire Ted's money, he's like whatever, signing contracts. But with what he did with Hogan and the NWO and doing things, he did a lot. True. And then when he got hired back to WWE as a general manager after that, he did some pretty cool things. So
I do remember the mask, like the phase.
And here's the one thing that guy, I believe, nailed it, and it was his book. And if you ever read his book, it was called Controversy Creates Cash.
Exactly.
And I'm going to tell you what, the dude made wrestling companies money. But unfortunately, the real American wrestling thing is not going to make money. So, yeah, I don't have any premise of that doing anything. But, I mean, I'll bet you it's on TV for 1 week. And whoever got it on TV is going to go, why did we do this? And, yeah, sorry, it's canceled. Because it's not going to happen.
I don't even think it makes it to TV, honestly. I think there's too much heat with Hulk Hogan in the American society. I'm sure, politically there's some support of Hulk Hogan, but
sure,
you heard the boos when they tried to bring him back on WWE. They couldn't even drown that out.
Sure, it was in the wrong city too. But let me tell you something though. Yeah. They're not going to do this if they didn't have their ducks lined up. Okay. Bishop's got a lot of powerful people that he knows. Hogan still does. Somebody is going to give them a chance, and I'll bet you it's like, hey, you're going to get like 3 episodes, and if you don't produce numbers, we're done. And I don't see it lasting more than 3 episodes probably, and it's going to be done. because people are gonna be like, this is boring. How do you run like amateur wrestling and make it entertaining like
You can't.
WWE? You can't do it.
No.
Unless they got some special magical formula that we don't know about and they're going to do something crazy. I don't know, but I'm guessing that it's going to be an absolute failure. That would be my guess.
Very much so.
Right. Well, all right, fellas, we've been on for a while.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody that's come here. Let me get it up. Why was it do this?
Great looking logo you got there, Jay.
Yes, indeed. But I want to tell everybody, thank you. Thank you for coming, stopping by. If you watch Replay Squad, thank you for watching. If you ever have any questions, reach out to one of us. We're always easy to reach on Messenger. But next week, once again, top 5 tag teams of the Attitude Era.
No,
Ruthless Aggression. The
Ruthless Aggression.
The modern.
And we'll be going over Women's Evolution that's happening right now as we are live, and then Raw and SmackDown, of course. Stay tuned to Suplex Syndicate as it always gets bigger and better.
And my last thing I want to say, Mr. Maker, if you're watching this replay, we invited you. If you want to come on, come on. Stop being somebody that's hiding in the shadows in the chat.
Step up,
You've been going into everybody's chat rooms. We'll give you your audience. If you're a wrestling fan, come on.
Make me a mod so I can just kick this guy out.
Right. Well, all right, fellas. Always a pleasure, and we will see everybody next week. Take care. Have fun.